Now, the SA Reserve Bank has raised the repo rate by another 50 basis points to 8.25%. It comes amidst the challenges being faced in the country that include power outages, a stagnant economy, and a currency that is at a record low. South Africa's economic conditions, however, remain poor. For more on this, we're joined by Redge Nkosi, the Executive Director at First Source Money. Mr. Nkosi, a very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. Welcome to Newzroom Afrika. I mean, the already downtrodden rand took a massive blow. How should we begin to interpret what's come out from the South African Reserve Bank?
I think the drop in the rand is a consequence of what I think is a shock to the economy. The economy is already teetering on the verge of recession. You have to step the economy to 50 basis points. That's quite heavy, and hence the fall of the rand. I'm aware that some people are thinking that it's because the rand and the interest rate should have gone up further, up to 0.75%. Unfortunately, that's not the case. The economy is in dire straits. So a large number of players in the market are beginning to realize, should it be that we continue to raise rates, then the risks are going to be even higher for this economy, hence the fall in the rand.
Mm-hmm. What ripple effect do higher interest rates have on the economy? Of course, coupled by the other factors, the substantial electricity, water shedding, and so forth.
Well, firstly, the very poor that the governor thinks he's trying to protect is actually not protecting them at all. For example, the moment he puts the interest up, these shop owners and other businesses will raise the prices. And that will obviously go directly to the poor. Bread is going to go up. Petrol is going to go up. The very poor get affected massively as a consequence of these rates going up. So a range, in fact, the interest rate is an administered price. Just like raising price or water, rates, that's an administered price which affects virtually all sectors of the economy. And to have to say you're protecting the poor, quite frankly, that's not true. So the economy is quite fundamentally from that.
I hope this line will stay clear as we continue our discussion. The SARB governor, Lesitsha Kganyago, said the steps taken on the interest rate front might have an effect on the foreign exchange market. But the Reserve Bank doesn't adjust its policy stance to deal with the exchange rate. In other words, their response is not to the exchange rate. How should that be understood?
It's quite an interesting response or statement from the governor. He should know very well, that's very common knowledge, that the moment you adjust your interest rate, the exchange rate get affected. And to the extent that the exchange rate gets affected, it has a feedback into the inflation. So him saying that, in my view, is a bit disingenuous. Right now, we're seeing the rand, over 19.77 thereabout. Well, in fact, it fell by about 2.5%, one of the largest drop in the currency. And that has an effect on inflation itself. To the extent that he says that this is not of his concern, I'm afraid I think he's just actually not telling us what should be telling us the truth.
Very well. Thank you so much. Thanks for weighing in. Unfortunately, we're going to have to cut our chat short. The quality of that line, not so good. But Redge Nkosi there giving us some reaction to the SARB hiking the repo rate on Thursday.